both of your pictures, the Screaming Bride and the pumpkin. And then we're going to drag the bride picture. We're going to work on the pumpkin. We'll drag the bride into that screen. And I'm going to zoom in on her a little bit, I think. Well, apparently my computer doesn't want to work. And that's too much. Well, okay, there we go. Okay, so I'm going to get my selection tool and, well, rectangular marquee tool. And I'm going to draw a rectangle around her face. I want to make sure her eyebrows, eyes, and mouth are all in there. Okay, so don't get a whole lot extra because that's just more to erase later. Alright, once I've done that, I'm going to drag it over to the pumpkin by holding down Control and Alt. And with my Move tool, I will move it over. Okay, there it is. Now I can get rid of this. And I'm going to put that kind of right in the center. And I want to probably make it a little bigger. So free transform by holding down Control and hitting T. Make it bigger. Make it a little bigger and move it. Right there. When I've got it where I want it, I'll just hit Enter to set it. And okay, that's all we're going to do on that right now. Now, if you wanted to rotate it, you could do that and all that kind of stuff, but we don't. Okay, now, we've got two different layers. We've got the background and we've got the face, which is layer 1. Alright, we're going to zoom in on this face and we're going to erase everything except the eyebrows, the eyes, and the mouth. And we're going to do this with a mask. Okay, so the mask is this button down at the bottom of layers. You're going to, it's this one right here. Looks like a little square with a circle in it. Click on that. Notice that now I have a black and a white. The black is on top. That's what we're using. And that is going to erase stuff. Okay, so we'll need our paintbrush tool. And kind of notice what size you're using here. You can use a bigger size for down here. And you can use, you obviously need a much smaller size up towards the top or when you get around the eyes. But you can kind of change it back and forth. I like to use a bigger brush to get most of the stuff off to begin with. I've got a pretty soft brush. Yeah, you want a hard brush so that you don't have any like extra laying around there. Okay, now that's not good. I'm going to have to zoom in. And I'm going to need to get my brush to be quite a bit smaller here. And I wanted to show you why we're using the mask rather than the eraser. So if I'm using the mask, and let's say I kind of accidentally do that and I take too much lip off, then it's real simple to reverse that and unhide that. I just go over here and I click this little loop-de-loop thing with my black and white, and that makes the white on top, and then you can see that I can kind of add that back in there. Now I've added that back in, so now I'll reverse it again, and now I've got a second chance to go along and get rid of what I want to get rid of. So the mask just is kind of like an eraser, but it allows you to be able to put it back if you accidentally erase it. Okay, now that's a really horrible job. but I'm trying to do this fast so that I can not have a long video. I would probably go back and kind of fix some of that. Not bad. Okay, once I've got that all set, I want to, let's see. Oh, I'm going to merge this down onto the background. So I'll right click over here in layers. I'll right click on the face layer and merge down. Now it's all one thing. And now I'm going to get the bucket tool, the paint bucket, and I want an orange color, about the color of my pumpkin. You can kind of pick out which, that's too brown. That's good. Then I'm going to go over here and just click on my screen. And that did not work. Oh, undo that. Don't do that. You want a new layer first of all. Now it's a blank layer and you can't see it, but I'm on that layer and I'm going to paint that layer like that. So now it looks all orange. But don't freak out. It's all still there. Now we're just going to change this on top to an overlay. So I'll change the blend style to overlay. And now it kind of gives everything just kind of an all over orange effect. And what it does is it helps blend your face pieces to the pumpkin. And the last thing you'll do is get the eraser, and you're going to erase everything that should not be orange, which would be your background, as so. And you'll want to do a much better job at getting close. You'll have to kind of zoom in and go slow on all this stuff with the mask tool and the eraser. But I'm doing this for the sake of you being able to see how to do this. And then my eraser needs to be quite a bit smaller because I'm going to want to go in and I'm going to erase the orange off of the eyes and the teeth also. Like so. And there you have it. Save it as a JPEG.